Good morning from the compound. I was not in Florida 2 days ago and I drove straight through to get here because I got a phone call from Drift HQ that my new engine for my E46 was ready to be assembled and picked up. This is going to come as a surprise to a lot of you guys, but it's all for the best and I can't wait to show you guys what we're doing. Let's head on in, see what the boys have cooking up and show you what we got. All right, morning.
Morning, buddy.
What's going on?
Oh, another day, another
So, no, I gotta beep that part out. I was telling them they don't, like, I told Johan and he was surprised at the engine I was building. So, like, this is obviously not out of left field for you guys, but it's out of left field for me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And you know me, I'm a big LS guy myself.
Yeah. But there's a very good reason for me doing this. So, we're driving over to the parts warehouse. We're gonna grab all the parts we need to build and assemble this engine, and then Chris and I will go over everything with you, and you're gonna do a much better job at explaining what everything is, because this was basically a, here's my credit card, Duarte, get this figured out for me.
Right,
so.
yeah, we'll have everything laid out, and we'll kind of break it down step by step on, like, you know, what the baser versions of it are, as much as the extremer, cooler.
Okay, because we went pretty all out with this.
Oh, yeah,
right?
no, you're all done up, buddy. You guys just set up with the catalog.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get these parts. Duarte told me he's gonna invoice me later, so I'm just gonna start putting shit in the cart.
Yeah, it's like those shopping shows where you walk around with like so much stuff you can grab in 30
yeah,
minutes.
it's me. That is me. Oh my God. I guess I just kind of walk by this place every time I'm down here, and I don't ever walk through it.
Yeah, take it all in.
It's impressive. Yeah, you guys got suppression kits and everything, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is a dangerous aisle.
Do you have a special box for me for Grant?
Uh-oh.
Are we giving stuff away already now?
No, they'll be able to figure it out. I'll be honest, I don't even know what we're doing, like, exactly. I know the engine build, but the invoice was so long, I was just like, okay, just go for it. Yeah.
Assembly. Beautiful hardware kit. All of the
ATI damper, belts, brackets, bolts.
Covers. Got all the goods.
The beauty is, since Drift HQ warehouse is on premises, if we're missing anything, we just run back over here.
Take this little cart and cruise on over. It's like going to Publix when you forgot that one thing you're making for dinner.
You forgot the mayonnaise. And 144's here too.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing some testing here now that it's dry.
Who's driving
yesterday. I believe Booth.
He's getting the real test on that thing. Quick interruption to talk about today's video sponsor, TireStreets.com. Should come as no surprise, but I only run Acceleras from TireStreets.com. This might just sound like a gimmick, but I've been using them for as long as I can remember. They have multiple warehouses around the country. I get my tires in Connecticut in 2 days, and they're always in stock, which is the biggest thing for drifting since we use so many. My go-to for the past year has been the 200 Treadwear 651 Sport. I run a 265, a 285, depending on how spicy I feel. But like I said, it's just nice to know that I can get the tires whenever I need them. As you can tell, I'm running pretty low, but that just means I need to place an order. If you guys want to try them out, or if you already have and want a deal, I'll leave the link down below. 20% off and free shipping if you use my link. If not, you can just go to TireStreets.com and use code GRANT at checkout, and that will also get you 20% off and free shipping. Massive thank you to TireStreets.com for supporting my program, supporting me, supporting the channel, and giving back to you guys with a discount code. Let's get back to the video.
Always nice to reveal.
We don't even have to paint the block.
Ready to roll.
Oh my God. All right, you're gonna have to, can you go over at least what you know, everything in the bottom end when flip it over?
Yeah.
All right, what do we got, Chris?
All right, so we have the 87 mil CP pistons.
Yep.
Yep, CP pistons, the 10.5 to 1 compression. So they did all the machine work. It's all bored out already. We have the BC H-beam rods in it. It's still stock crankshaft. Stock cranksaft will take you pretty much anywhere you want to go up to 1,000 horsepower. And then we have, very important thing, if you're trying to go over 600, is to put the Titan billet main caps and then have the block line.
God,
so everything's
so
brand
good,
new ACL, bearings, new rings, new everything. So she is ready for whatever.
All machined, ready to go.
Machined, ready to go. Speaking of machining, CNC porting.
Oh,
intake and exhaust.
God.
So everything in the top end is done GSC, so the GSC springs as well as the GSC camshafts, the billet camshafts, which are great because if you ever dealt with the cast camshafts and you mess it up and you tighten them down wrong,
they'll crack, right?
Snap.
Yeah. See, this was the whole thing. I don't know 2Js very well, so I figured I would go to the experts who are offering, you guys are offering built to sweet engines now, right?
Absolutely. So we have like a very mild version of it, which is the budget, which would be like stock main cap, stock crankshaft, but pistons and rods. Most of the stuff is GE based because the GTE prices are so ridiculously expensive. And realistically, GE heads, after they've been ported, even in stock form, flow better because they're naturally aspirated, so they actually rely on vacuum as opposed to, you know,
pressure,
production,
yeah,
forcing the air into the system.
Yeah, and that was one thing that I have not mentioned to you guys yet. This is a GE block and cylinder head.
Correct.
It is VVTi. But it doesn't matter because we CNC ported the head, built the bottom end. It is just as good, if not better, than a GTE.
Better.
The only difference is there's no oil squirters, right? That's literally the only difference.
I tell everybody, like with the oil squirter side of things, is if you have an engine that's holding high RPMs for a long period of time, the oil squirters are actually like a bleed-off oil pressure point inside the engine. So you're actually wasting a lot of oil pressure, whereas the oil pressure is mostly meant for like oil squirter spray on the bottom of the pistons. It helps to reduce emissions because it creates less blood.
Okay.
The stuff that we're dealing with, we don't really need to. Obviously, it helps with lower cylinder wall lubrication as well, but that's not really necessary with this, especially with the way we set up the oiling systems with the new oil pumps and everything.
Yeah.
And now what you're going to spend on a stock GTE, you can get a fully built, basically, GE from us.
It's a pretty gnarly engine. So
I'd say you're like 7/8 of the way there. Everything aside from putting an aftermarket crankshaft, you've done on this.
And to be fair, we could have done that, but I really wanted to keep it a 3-liter.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My brain just wants stock.
Personally, like the displacement's great for like have a giant turbo you're trying to spool, like some Adams builds and stuff like that. But when you think about it, like these are your cooling jackets for your engine. So the more and more you start to bore over and get bigger and bigger, you're getting close to those cooling jacks. You have more tendency to overheat, more tendency for there to be cracks and things like that. So normally 87, 88, like that's maximum bore you want to go.
Yeah. I'm excited. This thing looks freaking beautiful. We'll go into the cylinder head a little bit more when we start to assemble everything, but let me get some beauty shots because it's never gonna look this nice again, especially when I put it in the car and start driving. We were gonna wait for another special guest to get here, but he's not here yet, so we're starting to assemble the motor. I think the best way to do this for myself, for Drift HQ, and for you guys is to quickly go over all the parts we have for the engine, and then we'll go maybe a little bit more into detail as we're installing them.
Yeah, absolutely. No, OEM Toyota, everything for the gaskets and stuff, as well as the head gasket.
Which is the best. Yeah, that's what I did on the JZX also. Yep.
And the GSE billet cams, we kind of covered a little bit of that.
Yep.
Even OEM dipstick and dipstick tube we
Love
got
it.
for it. Brand new rear sump pan from Toyota.
Brand new.
Brand new. Not a spot of oil ever seen in that thing. Yeah.
So good. And lower pan.
And lower pan.
And baffle.
Plate, pickup tube, everything.
Okay.
OEM Toyota GTE oil pump. Hardware kit from Mazworks covers everything.
Sick.
And it comes labeled. Brand new bolts for everything. Obviously, we showed you our beautiful head. You see that little guy right there?
I didn't show him.
New timing belt. The
Gates belt.
Great.
Yep.
And we have upgraded tensioner assembly, so we'll take this part and put the Titan billet portion
Oh, okay,
on
so
there.
you'll take the pulley and put it on.
Correct, yeah,
okay.
this one has a little tendency to fail because the aluminum here is a little bit weaker.
Okay.
ARP everything on the main studs, head studs, rod bolts, and everything like that. ATI dampener, because that's a big failure point.
Which I'm so excited. I feel like it's a weird thing to be excited about a dampener.
Right.
But when you see an ATI dampener on a car, you're like, okay, that guy
means business.
All right, so what is step number one?
Step number one, we are going to disassemble our oil pump, and we're going to prime it because these things typically are shipped completely dry. So take them apart, fill them with assembly lube, a little bit of engine oil, then put them back together and put thread locker on the back bolts so they don't back out.
Cool. All right, oil pump is going on.
My O-rings looking?
O-rings are good.
Happy.
Spin it. Yep, there we go.
Right on our dowels.
Perfect.
So we got this beautiful bag that's just labeled
oil pump.
So it kind of takes the guesswork out. Instead of when you take an engine apart and you just have a huge pile of bolts.
So nice.
Now you got that.
So nice.
10 out of 10 times.
Is that the right tool for that?
That is absolutely the right tool for that.
Dowel's going in, which means, I would assume that means the head gasket's going on.
Put the head gasket on, that's right. So we got the OEM GTE head gasket we're gonna plop on there.
Okay.
And although a lot of people are against this, I do copper coat all of my head gaskets.
I do as well.
I was
Yeah.
expecting to catch something.
No. I
Go,
copper.
we don't need that.
It's cheap insurance.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just whatever.
Your first oil change is gonna look a little coppery, and then after that everything's
Yeah, it's good to go. All right, the mic was off, but you were saying that.
I was saying that a lot of people put the studs in the motor before they drop the head on.
Yeah.
But now you have, you know, the 12 studs sticking up and trying to align it, you're gonna end up scratching the face of the cylinder head. So
Yeah.
I like to put it in and then just drop
The studs in. Yep.
There we go.
Beauty. Making progress. I feel like I need to help with something, so
You're
I'm
doing
gonna
terrific.
help. Thank you. So since you were saying you put the studs on after you drop the head in, you
Correct.
also put the nuts on the studs, so then you don't have to.
Yeah, because you know how small that little pocket
Yeah, it's
is
crazy.
for the socket.
Yeah.
So this just makes it that much easier. You drop the stud in, put the Allen in the center, tighten the stud
Then you
down.
don't have to worry about losing the nut when you drop it. Yep.
Absolutely.
Because the pockets are so tiny to get the washers in. That's why Chris had the little trick of using the pick, which
Yep.
was really. I love learning little shit like that from people. It's
See, if you only learned all this before you did your JZX.
all right. Step one, baby, done.
You all sequenced up? All right,
Yep.
now get her up to 80.
You want to use that one?
Yeah, it's easier.
Okay, perfect. One,
You're a tank. 80 like it's nothing.
easy money. Two. Ran to lunch, quick lunch. Chris said he wasn't going to do anything without us, and
Cams are in.
the cams are in. The BC front adjustable cam gear is in. The backing plate, the VVTi cam gear.
Cam seals.
Thanks,
Got it.
Chris.
Yeah, sorry, but I got things to do tonight that don't involve staying here all night.
You don't want to hang out with me?
Oh, I'm gonna hang out with you. That's why it's not all night.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Cricket. What's next? Water pump.
Yeah, water pump, then we can throw the timing belt on.
I went to Drift HQ and got a spec-tuned thermostat delete kit.
That's the one.
Thanks, Freddie.
That's all love.
All right, water pump is going on. O-ring is on the block, and this looks like it just... Dude, the new hardware is so nice. It's nice, it's all the same size.
Everything's 12, 14, and 17.
Okay, so you started to explain something to me, and you guys, when I set the timing on my JZX, were pretty clear that I did it wrong, so I need to know the correct way to do
All right,
this.
so basically all of your cam gears and crank are going to have two different timing marks. One is a dot and one is a dash.
Okay,
The dash here, this one I marked manually based off of the old factory cam gear.
okay.
The dot is indicated at 30 degrees away from top dead center. So that way when you're putting your engine together, you can spin your cams all you want. You don't have to worry about them hitting the pistons, because if your piston's at top dead center and you rotate the cam, you push a valve into it, you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah,
So you set all of your timing at 30 degrees off top dead center, which this again is 30 degrees off, and then you have a hash over here which indicates
which
actual
is top dead center.
Right.
Okay.
So after you put it all together and you release your tensioner, then you can turn it that 30 degrees, make sure all of your marks line up.
So
and
you
then you're
set
good.
it at 30 degrees off TDC.
Correct. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. So
It saves you from bending valves and such. Which a
that's
stock
really
JZ
interesting.
is not an interference motor. So
Yes.
you don't actually have to worry about that with like your situation.
Yeah.
But obviously the timing being off is gonna.
it's going to make it
create some
run
problems.
horribly.
It's
Look at that. Learned something new today. So we basically have the whole front end on. I guess now is probably, we have to do the billet tensioner, right? The
Yep,
billet
so we're gonna
tensioner
swap.
bracket.
This guy out with this guy,
Okay.
made by, where is it? Titan.
Okay.
Right there, and then we reuse the OEM bolt, and there's actually a washer that has to go behind here, which is very important, which everybody forgets. New tensioner assembly put in there, then this, and this little washer back here.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
If you don't have that guy, this will jam into your water pump, and this actually won't go anywhere. So I always have a tendency to start with the crankshaft.
Okay.
What I like to do is the VVTi adjusts cam position like
Oh,
this.
wow.
So
Okay.
This is as much as the oil pressure allows cam advancement.
Yep.
So this allows you, where this mark's lined up right now, I can bring it over this way a little bit and then get my belt lapped up on it. And that way when I pull it over,
It'll kind of bring itself back.
and then that'll keep the tension on this side of the belt where we want it. Then run flat right across here, and she should fall, yep, right into place. Give her the old pop,
tighten up the tensioner.
Yep.
Good to go.
Tighten up.
JZs are so simplistic. I love it.
I say the same thing about LSs though.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's like I can do this to an LS, no problem, right? But I've never done it on a JZ, so I don't know any better.
I think these things blindfolded at this point.
Well, it's good to know. If you guys need your JZ time, just come down and have Chris from Drift HQ do it for you. The front of the engine is 100% done.
Yeah, aside from the crank pulley and timing covers, but
Which we can do that after. We're gonna flip it upside down and put the brand new oil pan on, which I don't even have any words for that. I would have never done this. Oh, he's doing it. Ran over to Drift HQ to get a billet upper water neck, and Chris once again, Speedy
Sorry.
Gonzalez, got
Sorry.
the rest of the pan on, the baffle, the pickup. It looks so good, dude.
Yeah, and now I want to make you silicone this guy. Come on, squeezy boy.
Here we go.
Big filmer guy now.
You gotta see, if I mess this up, I want it on camera. All right, so we've made a little bit of progress, and I don't have valve covers for this engine yet, but they are teasing me with,
We do.
oh my God.
That's all you need right there, bitch.
Dude, it looks so good.
That's all you need right there.
And you know that.
It looks so damn good. Got the ATI on, the lower,
Something about black and billet together. It's just
and we used a, what's the deal with this? It's a GTE cover.
And you just have to cut off this little part right here that comes over here. And that's it.
It's beautiful.
So ideally, this goes there,
Yep.
underneath that guy.
But I gotta wait to put a new
belt tensioner.
belt tensioner on.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That just really finishes off the look.
Yeah, that's what you want to see right there.
Hell
Hey
yes.
Grant, it's yours, buddy.
We did it. I'm freaking pumped. And Cricket even made me a sensor block off plate and ground Drift HQ into it.
We didn't have one in stock. So, what are you gonna do?
We got billet lower and upper Drift HQ water necks. This thing is,
Toot it up, buddy.
I can't believe this is mine. This is terrifying.
You really want this?
These boys are doing me dirty right now. They bolted a Artec manifold and a Garrett onto this thing just to tease me a little bit.
Finish the
To
touches.
motivate you.
Yeah, you
It
gotta
looks
dress it
so
up.
good though.
Valve covers, turbo, manifold.
Half the shit on the engine's not even
The
mine.
Plasma Man, I would throw that thing on right now just to really set things off.
God damn, this looks so freaking good. I have some more money to spend
Yep.
You're welcome.
and some more time.
We're not
But
here to motivate you to make good financial decisions. We're just here to make financial decisions. You know?
I love it. Thank you again for all your help,
Brother,
dude.
of course.
So happy we got this done. Cricket, thank you
Yeah.
for the block up plate. Alex, hi. The video hasn't seen you.
I've been working.
Yeah, his hands are
Been working on that
filthy.
sweet bench.
Yeah, he did build this
I did
new
one
Viper
day.
chair. All right, update. The best part about this whole situation is if you follow Viper Chair on Instagram,
You get
you
the
just got a
cheat
sneak peek.
You already know what's going on.
I don't care. That's
Who
just,
invited that
it was
guy?
really good to
It
give him
was-
shit for that. All right, my rental turbo and manifold's coming back
Oh,
off.
yeah. You gotta pay for those.
Ugh. All right, we're freaking out of here. Got the engine loaded up, ready to go. Savio testing out the new car.
Hell yeah, bro.
You
Good to
pumped?
see you. Super pumped. After Freddie does what he does, I'm.
Ready to go. I'm gonna come over and check it out before we
It's gonna
leave.
be another car. Like literally,
Yeah, oh, hell
it's
yeah.
Everything that we changed on, so I'm ready for it.
So good, man. So good. I'll be over in a few. Chris, thank you for everything, bro.
bro.
I really
What's up?
appreciate all your help.
Of course.
Oh my God, the subframe's out of it.
Yeah.
Well, light maintenance.
Light maintenance.
Yeah.
Just little things.
Light,
BMW stuff.
light maintenance. All right, hitting the road. I'm freaking out of here. My 24-hour stint at the compound has come to an end. Hitting the road, getting back home so we could get this engine in the car. See you guys back at home. Thanks for watching. I suck at posting, so bye.